You know, back when D23 happened, it feels 5 years ago, and it wasn't all that long ago, but ages ago when we could still gather together in public, I went to D23 and they made a lot of announcements. They talked about Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan. They talked a lot about some upcoming MCU stuff and a lot of other projects. But the one that I was most buzzed about, and the thing that excited me the most, was a project they talked about that I hadn't even really heard of, called Raya and the Last Dragon. And I thought it sounded and looked amazing. And by the way, Micah Leon sends in a super chat badge in the live chat. Thank you, Micah. Appreciate that, man. I was thrilled by the clips they showed, by the description of what's going in. I love the voice cast and all that kind of stuff. Now, they have gone through some drama with Raya and the Last Dragon. First of all, they swapped out the director, which to me was heartbreaking, Rob, because they had this woman directing it. And she got on stage at D23 and told the story showed pictures of her as a little girl growing up in her grandmother's house, dressed up in different Disney princess outfits, and saying, my only wish is that that my grandmother was still here today so I could show her I'm telling a Disney story. I'm making a Disney movie. Well, they had some behind the scenes drama and she left. They brought in new directors. They also swapped out the lead voice. The lead voice who they brought out on stage at D23, she's gone. They brought in Kelly Marie Tran. I love Kelly Marie Tran, I do. But, it's kind of bummed that the girl was getting a break in this and she lost that break. And so I've been kind of wondering, how is Raya and the Last Dragon going to turn out? So a couple of nights ago, Ann and I were able to sit down. Disney sent me a screening link for it. Sat down, and I sat down with mixed expectations. I was super excited at first, and then all this drama going on behind the scenes. And I can tell you, it's really good. It's not the, year-defining animated film that I was kind of hoping it would be with my first experience with it at D23. It's not like a top 5 animated film of all time, which I kind of maybe suspected it might be, although that was a tall order. But I'll tell you what, Raya and the Last Dragon is beautiful to look at. Like it is visually, I really appreciate it, Rob, when animated films will go that extra mile and that extra step to make the film they're looking at like visually beautiful. And they don't forget about that. And, when you go into the different areas and landscapes and lands they go through, it's gorgeous. The design of the dragon, which actually everything I saw at D23, I thought looked great. And then they gave us a glimpse of the dragon. And was the one thing I was disappointed in. I didn't think the dragon looked very good. But once I saw it in motion and in the movie, matched with the personality, the dragon is voiced by Awkwafina, by the way, then it completely worked for me. And I loved it. The story has classic, coming of age, embracing your destiny kind of elements to it. But there's also an underlying, I guess you could say, sort of political message in it that I think will resonate with everyone. Like, it's not one of those pick a side. It's like a political, and I don't want to say what that message is because I don't want to spoil what the central theme of the movie is, but it's done very effectively. And like I said, I think it's a message that will resonate with everyone on that. So the action is really good. It's humorous. It's kind of a joy to watch. It's visually beautiful. This one's a win. Again, Rob, it's not like a top 5 movie animated film of all time. It didn't meet the expectations that I had coming out of D23, thinking this might be one of the best animated films of all time and everything. But after all the drama, I was nervous. And I got to tell you, it's a win. This movie's a win. It's charming. It's funny. It's got a really good core story. The action is good. It reminded me some of the old Kung Fu and Wushu films I used to watch when I was a kid at the same time. Strong central character. Good mythology. I got to tell you, I really liked it. Now, I'm just curious, Rob, as somebody who wasn't at D23 and who hasn't seen the film yet, I'm just curious, as like an average fan, what have your expectations of Raya and the Last Dragon been up till now?
Well, all I know of the movie is what, you told me about seeing it at D23 and how it looks to me. And it looks great. I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks very interesting. I kind of think the dragon looks like a distant hot cousin of Falkor from the Neverending Story.
That's a good,
if there's a dragon I ever wanted to date, this dragon's very, very, very cute, and I like the long flowing hair. So, I know, in all seriousness, the film looks really good to me, and it's great to hear. Like, I didn't have, like, to me, I loved Soul. I thought Soul
It was great.
was
Yeah.
really terrific, and congratulations to Atticus Ross and to Trent Reznor for winning a Golden Globe for the score. But I loved what I saw of this film, and I'm glad to hear it's really good. Like, I don't expect, every movie to blow me away. So hearing your review is very reassuring. I'm glad that I look forward to watching it.
Yeah, I think I think this is an all quadrants movie. I think it's going to work for a lot of people. Again, it's just a really charming. Anne was smiles ear to ear the whole time
Now,
watching it. So
I gotta ask you,
sure.
it's obviously on Disney Plus at a premium cost. Should I drop the green? Should I drop the green on it?
Oh, that's a good one because what's their premium cost? Like $30? No. No.
Really?
It's a good movie. I enjoy it and I will watch it again. But this $30, nah. If your only choice is to drop $30 right now to watch it, or wait just a couple of months and wait for it to come on Disney Plus for free, like it's going to here shortly, I would say wait. It's not a life-changing movie. Like it's not Up. You know what I mean? This movie won't contend for Best Picture of the Year, maybe Best Animated. And so there would be very, very few films, but there would be a few. There would be a few films I would say, yeah, dropping the $30 is worth it. But I think this is a good film. It is worth your time. But would I tell somebody to drop $30 instead of just waiting a little bit to see it for free on Disney Plus? I would say you can probably, unless you're going to have like some nieces and nephews over, or maybe you got a couple of friends together. Maybe then it's worth dropping the $30 if 4 or 5 you're going to watch it. But if it's just you, maybe you and one other person, I would say wait. I would say it's not really worth it. But
Wow.
that's my kind of take on that. That's what it is. Anyway, guys, question is for you. I think this is a really solid movie and very enjoyable. I think most of you guys are going to like it. What have your expectations been like for Raya and the Last Dragon? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.